Hi, I'm the inspiration behind Dobby in all of the Harry Potter books, Shrewboy313, and welcome back to Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. In the last episode we had, well, we got the King Slime finally, and if we go to our substitutes, we got the Wolf Spade after defeating the Orc that was down in, well, that's a Komodo charging at us, down in this hole. Oh, it's coming for us again. Yeah, in this episode, we're actually gonna, well, I was gonna say we're going to head down here, we're already down here. We're actually going to, make it all the way through this passage, and as it says on the right-hand screen, explore the Northern Cave. So, there is technically only one new monster in here, but it might be two for some people, because you saw the Winky there. Like, if I hadn't purposely, gone back to, gone back to Infant Isle at night, I don't think I'd have seen them. But yeah, there's Muddy Hands here, that's about it. Literally, yeah, there's Muddy Hands and Winky in here. They don't, Muddy Hands don't tend to have a lot of health, I don't think. But they do, slap, I guess. Slap pretty hard. Oh dear, literally that was all my point. Yeah, it's literally just an entire... Oh god, is that them, making those bubbling sounds? Oh, I was gonna say, I might try and scout one of them. And since there's just, one here on its own, I honestly might as well just try and do it now. No. Oh yeah, while I was off screen, just leveling up, I think I said it, I may have already forgotten. I got Kinger up to level 5, and I believe, I say in my head, I believe Komodo got a level up as well. Now when the old King Slime got to level 5, we did get some more skill points, which I did put into the Cleric skill, and we got multi-heal. So now Kinger is essentially the strongest on our team, if we use Zapple, and also the healer. So I suppose the King Slime is just a great all-round monster to have this early on. Especially since, I suppose, back on Domus Isle, when you see, the signs for these, for all the other islands, Xeroph Isle was at rank E. Right, let's go. Slap that hand. High-five it until it joins us. Right, well, 30% without, without the mole. I nearly said Mr. Mole. Hey, there we go. Now, that is another monster to shove into storage and to never see again. See, this is where that, the substitutes could come in really handy. Get it? Handy. Because it's a muddy hand. Hehehe, comedy. I'm hilarious. Wow, hate myself for that. Oh dear. Right, I'm also thinking it's either gonna... Oh wow, that did a lot of damage. It's either going to be by the end of this island or by the next island. Our monsters that are in storage will be, eligible to, synthesize? I realise I could, if I really wanted to, spend some time between episodes just, beefing all of them up. I could do that if I wanted to. But I'll be honest, between this episode and the last one, I've spent a lot of time, a solid few hours, that I rarely have free. I spent quite a while just grinding up all my monsters to get to where we are. So I'm gonna try and honestly avoid as many of these monsters as possible, so we can get to this northern cave as quick as possible. But since we're just about at the exit, there are one or two things that I want to do before we head into there. Right. We're out. First, where is it? It is on the other side. Cool. I'm in the wrong place. Yeah, what I want to do I believe if we head up here, ignore the stairs for now, and just tra-la-la-la-la back down here, I believe there's a red treasure chest for us to steal. Hey, there we go. Yeah, red treasure chests, they're like one-time open, and they usually have a special item in them. It has a Seed of Wisdom. Now, I don't think we've like had the opportunity to like come across any seeds before, but like I believe there's a seed for every like skill that a monster has. Yeah, attack, defense, agility, wisdom. And there are also seeds of skill, which when a monster eats that, they gain 3 skill points to like shove into a skill. Yeah, that's that. Now, I think I am just going to be cutting out battles if we end up running into quite a lot of them. I figure since this is more or less the first episode where we getting to see like extended fights with King are in, I've left it for a bit. And also just realising that everyone could do with a quick heal. Now I could use King as multi-heal to heal them all, but I mean, since at this point it does not have a lot of doesn't have a lot of MP right now, I kind of feel like I'd be wasting it, especially when I could run into like a bit of a suspect situation where I need it. Oh yeah, we can also fight these things. But first, I don't want to fight them just yet. I want to go push down that. I was going to call it a ladder, it's a bridge. Yeah, because we are on the correct side to the bridge, so we can now kick it down. And it provides a shortcut. It opens up the island a bit more. You know what, let's fight this mug. It's here. It's a new enemy. It is the Spitnik. Now, I'm gonna see if I can't... I nearly said sculpt it. Scout it. Why am I thinking sculpt? My god. Yeah, I was gonna say, I do remember these being quite strong, like, in regards of, like, the monsters on this island. Hence why I'm using buff. I really... Oh gosh, they have that, of course, don't they? Ah, that's fine. Yeah, Dazzle Flash, it has the chance to, like, blind monsters, and a monster that has been blinded, its accuracy is, like, greatly reduced. But I think for now, like, as long as Mola can see, we'll be fine. Because, I mean, Mola more or less is my driving force for scouting things. Mola is the big attacker. Right, one more psych up, and then we should be good to go. All I'm calling it now, it's gonna Dazzle Flash again. Yep. Okay, good. Oh wow. Okay, we got really lucky there. He used it twice and none of them were affected. I will say every monster, like, every monster type does have its own, like, skills and traits, like, not skills as in, like, Cleric and Slimer and all that, but, like, it has magic moves that it's, like, resilient and weak against. So, I mean, maybe these monsters could have some resilience to Dazzle Flash, maybe? I don't know. Right, but 98%, it's... I mean, after that for... Christ alive. See, it's things like that why I say I have terrible luck. There was a 2% chance that it wouldn't come with us, and it took that damn 2%. So I just wasted all of your time. I'm sorry. Because yeah, after you, like, if you try and scout a monster and it says it takes offense, you can't scout it. Like, that is basically you failed. So, yeah, I'm gonna go scout one of those off-screen later. But for now, they can go screw themselves. Because after that flop of an attempt, I am not coming back to get one. Right. Oh dear. But what we are gonna do is not get into a fight. Oh, thank goodness. I was about to say, not get into a fight with the scorpion. Now, that is this jetty here. It does go to the next island, but when, like, if you try and go, your wolf spade will stop you, saying, "We're not finished here. We have things to do still." So yeah, you can't go to the next island just yet. You have to at least finish up here. And just like old Wolf Spadykins said, this is the point with the exclamation mark, and where we need to head. Well, I mean, it's the Northern Cave. But there's this treasure chest with... Cool, 16 coins. That wasn't worth it at all. But there is another bridge we can open. So now, essentially the whole island is open to us. Please don't fight me. All I want to do is heal. And, you know, stock up on a few more items. And you know what, just as I was saying items, I don't actually think I ever gave Komodo a weapon. So that wasn't the smartest option. Let me just check. No, I didn't. Cool. There you go, you can have the woodcutter's axe for now. Right, I want to buy a few more healing items, because like I say, I'm very lazy, and quite heavily reliant on them. Also... Oh, actually... Yeah, it looks like everyone has the, what is it? Paralysis, teleports you out... Oh, teleports you out of a cave. Here, we've got one. Right, I'll just buy another 9 of these. They're not exactly expensive. And like, when I was training up, we did get a lot of money from the... from all the Komodos, because that's what I was training on. Like, you got 25 coins from each Komodo that you beat. Right, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to pop in to see if there was anyone actually in the Scout's Den. There wasn't. So let's go. Let's go, he says, as he awkwardly runs off. Oh dear. I mean, at least, like, the good thing is, like, those bridges do stay down. So, like, yeah, we don't actually have to, you know, go through the passage again. Technically, if we really want to, we never have to even go in there again. And I mean, like, unless you wanted, like, a Winky or a Muddy Hand, yes, I'm ignoring this cutscene for now, you have no reason to go back there. But, you have brought me this far, Shroob, and far that you have my gratitude, but my ultimate goal is the Nexus Chamber that lies at the heart of the shrine. Much danger lies within, but your word must be kept. Come with me into the shrine. I mean, we don't have a choice, unless, like, if you want to continue the game, you have to. And welcome to the first of, I believe there's 4 in the game? Like, 4 of these shrines. Each of them has its own, like, set of monsters, each has its own puzzle. This one's puzzle regards, like, these seals on the floor. Basically... I'm just going to spoil the answer for you. You want to go through the doors. Like, to continue, you want to go through the door that has the seal on the floor. But, if you so choose, if you go through the wrong door, like, you get sent to a, like, essentially a penalty room. And then, yikes. Yeah, you go to a penalty room, and then you come back out at the start. Right, also, what I want to do is those hammer hoods that I just completely didn't even talk about. I would actually like to scout one, so I want to see if there's any up here. There we go, there's one there. But I saw how much you saw how much damage that did to Mola. Although I suppose only 40 defense, that isn't a lot. How is Kinga's defense looking? There we go, 54. You can see how, like, higher ranked monsters have better stats. So, I mean, Kinga is the lowest level, but has the highest defense. Right, but the thing is, hammer hoods, they're also, like, I guess they're in the same vein of monster as the Mischievous Mole, as in they're heavy hitters, and like they also have Psych Up. I think that was the point I was just trying to make, the heavy hitters with Psych Up. But they have like far lower MP than a Mischievous Mole does. I feel like the Mischievous Mole is the one that like only committed halfway to like what it was trying to do, even though they basically do the same thing. So what we're gonna do is we're going to attempt to scout this. Like, there's no guarantee it's gonna work. I'm gonna attempt. Keyword attempt. I was about to say, I've just had a thought, I might want to replace Komodo, but as it goes, like, the monsters that you scout, they never seem to be as strong as, like, the ones you fight against, as weird as that is. Like, to me, it feels like it's easier for, like, the enemy monsters to, like, KO each other, if that makes sense. I realised I was going somewhere with that point, but it might not have made any sense. I'm sorry if it didn't. Alright, 35. And... bop. Right, 100, good. So we've got it, at least. So actually, what I think I am gonna do is, this old hammerhead, I'm gonna shove it in the... substitute, that's it. Right, also I actually have a name for this one. Right, how do I put in a space? There we go. We're gonna call it John Ham, after John Ham. Don't know who John Ham is, I'm hoping he's not a gross bad person. But I mean John Ham. John Ham the Hammerhead. And I think just for the purposes of showing it, I do want to go through an incorrect door, just to like show you the air quotes penalty room. So there's no seal on the floor outside this door. So if we go through it, we'll be sent to the penalty room, where you are faced with these three. Now, each of these three monsters is a different battle. I'd recommend you go for one of the ones on the side, the little guys with the pitchforks, and not the big one, not the big kahuna with a spoon, because you'd be in for a bad time if you attempted to fight it. And now that's me saying that even with the king slime. Right. But yeah, these are, as you can see, imps. I don't really get what the point of imps are, they're not great. Like, that is just it, like, just in terms of everything, they don't seem to be, like, they're not overwhelmingly strong. They don't particularly have any special, like, outstanding magic attacks. They're just kinda naff to me. But then again, me saying that, I don't think I have, you know, good... something. I don't know what. It's really bad that, again, I'm an English graduate, but I can't think of the word that I need. What was I saying? See, I don't even remember. They're like... the best comparison I can think of is... they're like a jack of all trades, but bad. If that makes sense. It's like they started learning a few skills, but never really committed. See, that makes sense to me. And also... oh yeah, that was all I had to say about imps. They're like a jack of all trades that never committed. The other monster... it's called a Desert Demon. Basically, it's a big bad baddie that I wouldn't recommend fighting now. Bloop. But I think, actually... I mean, we've technically... ow. Well, something happened in my head, it just hurt. I don't know what it was, but we'll deal. But also look at that 1 MP at level 7. Like, it has the Frizz and Bang skill set, which are magic attacks, but for whatever reason it doesn't have the MP to use them. See if that makes sense to you, like... See, that makes sense there, a jack of all trades that never committed. And yeah, if we just jump back up here, there's that. Yeah, but I'm gonna leave this episode here. We opened up basically all of Xeroph Isle, and well, we made it to the first shrine, so in the next episode, we are going to basically make it to the centre of the shrine. I might do a little more grinding off screen, but other than that, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.